Hey guys, Crypto Dad here again, and today I'm going to show you how to protect your assets in your MetaMask wallet using a Ledger Nano hardware device to store the private keys of all of your crypto wallets. So let's get started. Alright, so MetaMask is a powerful tool that you can use to store your cryptocurrency. You can make deposits and withdrawals, and more importantly, you can connect the MetaMask wallet to DeFi websites so that you can trade, stake, and farm cryptocurrency in order to earn passive income. Now, the MetaMask wallet is a self-custody wallet. It gets installed as a browser extension, and in its default configuration, the private key is stored on your computer. Now, this is a reasonably secure way to store your private key, but it is vulnerable to hacking and phishing attempts because the private key is right there on your computer. A more secure way to manage your assets in MetaMask is to connect your Ledger Nano hardware device. And in this way, the private key for your wallets is being stored separately on a cold storage hardware device. So I'm going to show you how to get this set up so that you can safely use MetaMask and feel secure that your private keys are safe. So I've already got my MetaMask wallet installed as a browser extension. If you'd like to know more about how to get MetaMask set up, I've got a great video. I'll put a link to that up in the corner so that you can get the basics done and get the MetaMask wallet set up. Generally, the MetaMask wallet is accessible up here in the corner through the extensions, but if you want to see it a little better, you can click these three dots and choose Expand View, and then you can work with it in a browser tab. Now, when you first set up the MetaMask wallet, it's going to ask you to write down a 24-word recovery phrase, which you will save in a safe place. Now, that particular recovery phrase that MetaMask gives you is for securing the wallets that are in your browser and where the private key is stored on your computer. And you can create multiple accounts in your MetaMask wallet if you want to, and they're all sort of tied back to that original recovery phrase. But what we're going to do is connect our Ledger device. Now, don't get confused. The Ledger device has its own 24-word recovery phrase. When you first set up your Ledger device, you write down a 24-word recovery phrase, and that backup phrase is related to this particular device. The 24-word recovery phrase for MetaMask is a separate thing that only covers the default accounts that you create in your browser where the private key is stored on your computer. We're going to import a new wallet into our MetaMask using our Ledger device. And once we do that, we'll have a brand new account that we can use to manage our assets. Now, if you already have some accounts that are set up in MetaMask that have crypto in them, those are not going to be protected by the Ledger device, right? There's no way to add Ledger device support to existing accounts. When you connect your Ledger, you're going to create a brand new account. And if you have large amounts of assets in standalone wallets, you'll probably want to transfer those assets over to the Ledger account. All right, and I can show you how all that works. So the first thing we'll want to do is click this little circle up here in the top. Instead of creating a brand new account, we're going to connect our hardware wallet, which will import existing wallets into MetaMask. Now, an important thing to remember about MetaMask is that it is a EVM-centric wallet. All of the wallets that you can create and manage in MetaMask are based on the Ethereum virtual machine. I'll put a link to this article down in the description below. Normally, MetaMask runs on the Ethereum network, but there are a lot of chains that run on the EVM. I've got another article that I'll link down below. And in this article, it gives a pretty good list of all of the chains that you can configure using your MetaMask wallet that are all based on the Ethereum virtual machine. As you can see in my MetaMask wallet, I have multiple networks configured. I have lots of videos on how you connect and configure these alternate networks, but some of the big ones are Phantom, Avalanche C Chain, we've got the Polygon mainnet, and Binance Smart Chain. So there's a lot of versatility in the MetaMask wallet. You can connect to multiple chains, and they're all based on the Ethereum virtual machine. So when we connect our Ledger device, we are going to be using the Ethereum app for all of our wallets, even if we're using Avalanche or Polygon. I don't want you to get confused. There is an Avalanche app for the Ledger, and there is a Polygon app for the Ledger, and there is a Binance Smart Chain app for the Ledger. And you can use those in Ledger Live or in standalone third-party wallets. But when we're using MetaMask with our Ledger device, we will always be using the Ethereum app on the device. So just to give you a brief rundown of how the Ledger device works, when you use a Ledger device, you can create accounts in Ledger Live. And you can see here that I already have a couple of Ethereum accounts set up in my Ledger Live. Now, these accounts already have some crypto assets stored in them. When I use MetaMask to connect my hardware device, I will see these accounts because the Ledger device creates a master private key for all of my Ethereum wallets, and they are immutable. They will always get created and stored on this device. So when I use this device in conjunction with MetaMask, I will be accessing the exact same wallets that I created in Ledger Live. So I'll show you how this works. All right, so we're going to go up here to this circle, pull it down, and we'll choose Connect Hardware Wallet. And before we do this, we'll make sure that we're already in the Ethereum app on our device. I'm here at the top level of my Ledger device. You can see I have all of my apps here installed. And what I want to do is make sure that I'm in the Ethereum app so that I can connect to MetaMask. So we'll just navigate using the metal button over to the Ethereum app, and then we'll click both buttons once to enter the Ethereum app. All right, once I've done that, I can choose Connect Hardware Wallet, and it gives me several options. There are multiple hardware wallets that you can use with MetaMask. I'm using the Ledger today. So we'll just click Ledger, and then we'll choose Continue. We'll see a connection window here. We'll click on the Ledger and choose Connect. We can see multiple addresses for Ethereum-based wallets, or EVMs, right? And the first two are the ones that we saw over in Ledger Live, right? Now, I can go ahead and connect these if I want to trade the crypto assets that are on those, or I can choose one that's completely empty and work with that one. It's completely up to you. So, of course, if you choose an empty one, you're going to need to deposit some assets in there so that you can trade them. I'm going to go ahead and click one that already has some assets in it so that I can show you how this works. Pretty easy. Right, so I can choose this one and then click Unlock. And now you can see that I have access to one of my Ledger accounts, and it already has crypto in it, right? If you remember, over in Ledger Live, this Ethereum main is the account that has about $171 worth of Ethereum in it, and it's got some Uniswap tokens and some live peer tokens. You can see there that these tokens are visible now in the MetaMask wallet. Now, it is not making them less secure to connect your Ledger device to using MetaMask. This is a common misconception. The security of the Ledger device relies on the fact that the private keys are stored separately, and in order to move crypto out or enter into smart contracts, you need to click the buttons, right? So it's just as secure to use the Ledger in MetaMask as it is to use it in Ledger Live, right? You're not weakening anything by accessing your assets using MetaMask. The reason we're connecting to MetaMask is that it's a powerful tool for connecting to DeFi sites, and I'll show you how that works in a minute. All right, so now that we've got our Ledger account connected to our MetaMask wallet, we can manage it a little bit if we want to. So we can go up here to these three dots and go over to account details, and then we can name this accordingly. I like to name it the same thing that I have it named in my Ledger Live, just so I can keep it straight in my head. So if we click the little pencil here, we can just edit, and I'll call this one, and then we'll click that. Notice here the address, right? If I go over to my Ledger Live and choose Receive, that's the exact same address that I see in MetaMask, right? They're the same wallet, right? We're just accessing it in a different way. Now that I've got this wallet set up, I can connect to a DeFi site. So let's go ahead and connect to one of the most popular ones. That would be Uniswap. All right, and when we click Launch App, all right, so you can see that I have Uniswap connected to a previous Ethereum-based wallet. And I'm going to show you how to switch it over to your Ledger-based wallet. So we can go up here to MetaMask, and you'll see there that it's not connected to my Ethereum main wallet that I just imported from my Ledger device. So I'll just choose Connect here. Notice now that the Ethereum main wallet is now connected to my Uniswap. All right, the address of that wallet is showing, and notice that my Ethereum balance is showing in the trading interface for Uniswap. Notice that Uniswap supports multiple networks, right? So you can trade on Polygon if you want to in MetaMask, and notice how it'll switch networks. And if I choose Switch Network, then it switches over to the Polygon network, which is based on the Ethereum virtual machine. And then I have Matic balance for trading in Uniswap. And then we can switch back to the Ethereum network. Right? So there's a lot of flexibility in trading now on Uniswap. Now, I'm not going to go into all of the advanced features of swapping and creating liquidity and that sort of thing, but I will point out that anytime you do something that requires access to the wallet, you're going to need to confirm on your Ledger device. So let me do a quick demo of how that would work. So if we were just going to make a quick trade here, something of this nature. Now, I probably wouldn't want to spend all of my Ethereum, so let's just choose a smaller amount. And I have my Ledger device attached, and I'm in the Ethereum app. All right, so we'll go ahead and click Swap. And the interface comes up. We want to confirm what it is we're doing here. We'll hit Confirm. MetaMask launches and asks me to authorize the transaction, which is normal. We'll hit Confirm. And then notice how the authorization then goes over to the device. The device needs to authorize your transactions because the private key is being stored on the device. So we'll click through using the metal button all the way over to Accept and Send. And then we'll click both buttons. And that will authorize the transaction to go through completely. So nothing can be done in Uniswap trading-wise unless you authorize it from the device. And you can also reject, right? I'll just click both buttons to reject this, and the transaction fails. Notice how the security works, right? You are unable to make any transactions unless the device authorizes it. This is a very safe and secure way of managing your assets using MetaMask. Now, I'll also point out that you can use your Ledger-based account with multiple types of chains, right? So if we wanted to use PancakeSwap on the Binance Smart Chain, we can do that using our Ledger-based wallet. So the first thing that happens when PancakeSwap launches is that it detects that we're not on the Binance Smart Chain. We're on the Ethereum network. So I'll choose Switch Network. Notice here that MetaMask has now switched over to the Binance Smart Chain. Now, PancakeSwap is also connected to a different MetaMask account, so we'll want to connect it to our Ledger device the same way we did with Uniswap. We'll just click on MetaMask up here and choose where it says not connected. We'll just click here, and we'll make sure that we've got it connected to our Ledger-based wallet. Right? Notice that the address of my Ledger-based account is now showing up here on the Pancake site, and I can trade assets based on my Ledger. Now, remember, even though PancakeSwap is on a different chain, we're still using the Ethereum app to confirm all our transactions. And notice there's no BNB in this wallet. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer some BNB from one of my other MetaMask wallets. It's pretty simple. Let's just copy the address into our clipboard. We can also do that up here by just clicking. That'll copy the address into our clipboard. I'm going to switch back over to a different MetaMask account. This is one that's not really protected by my Ledger device. So I'll go ahead and move some of these assets into the Ledger protected wallet. So I'll just move a little BNB over to that address, and I'll just move about half a BNB over. We'll hit next and confirm, and off it goes. Notice that I didn't need to confirm on my Ledger device for this transaction. This is one of the unprotected wallets, one of the default wallets that was originally created. Not quite as secure as the Ledger. But now let's move back over to that Ledger account. And you'll see there that I have some BNB in my Ledger-based wallet. Now we can go on PancakeSwap. It sees that I have that 0.5 BNB. Let's we'll trade a little bit for some cake, right? We'll hit swap. We'll confirm that in the PancakeSwap website. And then notice how MetaMask comes up and asks us to confirm, right? Because the site is connected to my MetaMask wallet. And when I hit confirm, you can see that it comes up on my Ledger device to authorize the transaction, right? Pretty much the same process that we were doing over on the Ethereum chain. And in this case, I'll click accept and send. And notice that the transaction goes through on the PancakeSwap website and gets confirmed, right? And then we can go back over to MetaMask, go over to assets, and I don't see the cake tokens yet in my MetaMask wallet. So I'll show you a little trick. Notice here that it has this little icon for MetaMask. So I can click that, and it's going to add cake tokens to my MetaMask wallet so that I can see them. They were there, I just couldn't see them in MetaMask. So when I click add token and go back over to MetaMask, I can see those assets. So you can see now that we can work in different chains, but they're all EVM chains, as I mentioned before. Ethereum virtual machine chains, right? We can use them in MetaMask with Ledger-based wallets. And also note that I'm still in the Ethereum app, right? I didn't switch over to the Binance Smart Chain app in my device, right? When we're in MetaMask, we'll always be using the Ethereum app to manage our wallets, right? Now let me show you another chain. We can go over to the Polygon chain. And the website sees that MetaMask is not using the Polygon chain. So I'll choose switch to Matic. It'll ask me if it's okay to switch over to my Polygon mainnet. I'll choose switch. And it sees the old wallet that I had connected before. So I'll need to make sure that I'm connected to my Ledger account by choosing connect here. And there we go. Now it shows my balance. Notice there's no Matic in this particular wallet, right? I can click this address, switch back over to my Matic wallet here that has some Matic in it. I can choose send to the address of my ledger-based wallet. We'll just send a little bit over. We'll hit next. We'll confirm that. Notice that I didn't need to confirm that in my ledger because that is a standalone MetaMask wallet. And that gets confirmed and transferred. And now when I switch back over to my ledger-based wallet, my Matic shows up, right? So notice how I'm doing this. I had some standalone MetaMask wallets that I was using before, but they weren't as secure as I would like them to be. So I attached my ledger device, I imported that into MetaMask, and I had access to some of my Ethereum assets that I already had in my Ethereum wallet. In addition to that, though, I was able to utilize my ledger device on some alternate chains, which had zero balances, but I was able to transfer my assets into my new ledger-based wallet. All right, and now that I've got Matic here, I can go over here to QuickSwap, and you can see that it recognizes that there are now 4 Matic tokens in my MetaMask wallet that's connected to my ledger device. Right, and if I choose to maybe buy a little quick for Matic, right? It's not a huge trade, but something. I'll just do 3, so leave myself a little Matic in the wallet. I'll just do this swap so you can see how this works. We'll hit confirm. It's going, MetaMask will come up and ask me to authorize the transaction. And then when I choose confirm, notice that it shows up on my ledger device and asks me to confirm. We'll go all the way over to accept and send. We'll hit both buttons. And the trade gets authorized. And the transaction gets confirmed. And I have received that quick. Now, notice over here in assets that I don't see that quick either. So we'll do a little trick to make that show up in my MetaMask wallet. If I go over here, I can go to the link for this transaction, find the quick, which is here. This is the asset that I just traded for. I can go over here and get the contract address of quick, copy that into my clipboard, and then go over to MetaMask here and do an import for custom token and paste in that contract address. And then add that into MetaMask, and it now sees that quick. Right? And so now we can see our quick asset in our MetaMask wallet. All right, so I showed you how to connect your ledger device to your MetaMask wallet. I showed you how to use the ledger device to authorize trades and swap in Uniswap. And then I showed you how to connect to some alternate chains to do some trading over in Polygon and Binance Smart Chain. But I should also let you know that you'll need to configure these networks ahead of time, right? I already had Polygon configured and Binance Smart Chain configured. All right, there's a great website for doing that called chainlist.org, which will allow you to configure these chains very easily in your MetaMask browser. They've got all the most popular ones. I'll put a link down in the description below to get you connected to Chainlist if you want to add some of these chains to your MetaMask wallet. So MetaMask is a powerful tool that you can use for storing cryptocurrency, transferring deposits and withdrawals, and then also for connecting to websites so that you can make trades, stake, and farm, all using the safety of your Ledger Nano hardware device to secure your assets. So if you have any questions about anything I did, please throw them up in the comments and I'll do my best to get them answered. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.